So I researched it last night. I told you we started at 150 back in the 80s. That's 450 now. Oh, I'll take 450 everything. We're gonna push for that. Hopefully we can make progress. Yeah.
Okay, all set.
Okay. You hear us, John?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. We have a quorum. So a couple of members are absent, Dion and Jeffrey specifically. And Todd Benning.
Carson.
And
Carson is on here.
Oh, Carson's on his way, you said?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't hear from him.
okay. Should we move right on to the audit?
Yeah.
All
Our
right.
auditor is here.
You want to introduce him?
This is, we have, Timothy, and I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Skyvy,
Skyvy,
yes.
from EFPR. I don't know if anybody else is coming from your firm.
I apologize. Rob Williams is supposed to be here, but a tree went down and has knocked the power out where he is, and it's not going to be out for some time. So
Oh, wow.
he can't sign in.
That's fine. I know you were intimately involved in putting this together, so that's fine. If you wanna
Sure.
go ahead.
I'll share my screen. What we have is a PPT that we put together. So I'll go over some of the highlights. And if you have any questions, you can stop me during the presentation, or you can ask me some questions at the end. That anyway would be fine.
Does he have permission to share?
Let me see, I think you have.
Should.
Okay, did you see the screen okay?
Yeah, it is a tiny screen, just so you know. But we'll do our best to
Okay,
understand.
okay.
Right.
So this is for the audit for the year ended June 30th, 2025. And today we have 4 things that we're going to go over. I'll just briefly introduce the engagement team, talk about the timing of our procedures, highlights from some financial results, and then what we put in the report to the board. So the 2 partners on this are Thomas Smith and Robert Williams, both who have been with our firm for a long time. And then myself, the audit manager. I'm the lead auditor for the audit. And then we have staff, of course, that assist us in the process. We've moved along at a good pace on the audit. We started it back on August 6th, and on September 4th, we had draft financial statements that were issued. And then here we are, September 17th, and we're already having the presentation with the board meeting. So a lot of that's because of your staff really doing excellent work and getting things out timely and having everything really clean. So it certainly made for a smooth process in doing the audit.
Great.
So first we'll take a look at our assets. And really the big differences between this year and last year are a result of selling those 4 properties. So that pushed up your cash position to 292,000. Prepaid expenses are up a little bit, and that's just for insurance because the entire policy was paid, so it was paid ahead. And then, of course, property held for resale, you had improvements, but then with the sale of 4 properties, obviously that goes down, so that's down to about 780,000 at the end of the year. And the capital assets simply went down by the depreciation from 119 to 109. And looking at liabilities, accounts payable and accrued expenses went up, and those both relate to some of the construction expenses. So they will be paid shortly after June 30th. And then the line of credit was paid off after the sale of the properties. The construction loans are all paid off. right on time, or maybe even ahead of schedule. And so now you have no liabilities for construction loans. So going down to the bottom, when we're looking at the net position, which basically means how much do your assets exceed your liabilities. So your net position is quite good this year. It was only negative last year because of all the construction that was in process without having any of the proceeds come in from sales. So with those sales, it puts you back at about 1.1 million total. So that looks really good. Again, this is a graph showing the net position, and we see it just dip down because of all the expenses that were going on relating to those properties. So once they were sold, you're back up at a typical amount compared to previous years. Looking at the revenue and expenses, of course, the biggest changes are all due to the sale of those properties. So there was almost 3.4 million from the sale of properties. And then the expenses, again, the cost of properties sold was about 1.7 million. There was some maintenance that was done related to properties, so that also went up. There was another impairment loss that was on 2 properties for this year, and it wasn't as large as last year. And then the last item here, you didn't have any donated property this year, so that number went down. So any questions on those?
No? Nope.
Okay. If not, I'll go to the next one here. Here's we show the detail of the expenses. And last year, the biggest percentage of expenses was the impairment loss. And that's because with all the funds that went into the property, the market value hadn't really increased at that point. So there was an impairment loss. And this year, all the properties were pretty consistent as far as their market value being either being at a good place with that. And this year, then your biggest expense was the cost of property sold for those 4 properties. And nothing else really too significant. When you get to the back of the financial statements, the notes, these are the key things that we put in there. The first note discusses your significant accounting policies. And that's the longest note. So there's a lot of details in there about what you have for everything that's on the balance sheet. And then note 2 details the property held for resale. So it shows what you started at the beginning of the year, anything that you purchased or any improvements that were made, and then finally anything that was sold during the year. Note number 3 lists the capital assets. So it shows categories of everything that you own and subtracts the accumulated depreciation. And that's where we arrive at the net amount that is listed with the assets. Note number 4 details all those construction loans, but of course, as mentioned, that they were all paid off. So at the end of this year, they're all 0. Note 5 discusses the line of credit, and the same thing here, that of course was paid off once the proceeds came in for those sales. Note 6 discusses any related party transactions that occurred. Then note 7 discusses the pension plan and any contribution that comes from the Newburgh Community Land Bank. And then finally, note number 8 discusses those commitments and contingencies. Separately from the financial statements, we have a report to the board. And what we say in this, basically, the accounting estimates were reasonable and supported. So everything was good. Everything was really solid and smooth. The disclosures are neutral, consistent, and clear, talking about all the notes to the financial statements. We had no difficulties in performing the audit, and really an excellent job by your team on doing everything. And as a last step, once the financial statements are approved, we'll send you a management representation letter. And that's just to sign saying that you agree with everything and you approve of the financial statements. So after we get that back and it's signed, then we can finalize and issue the financial statements. So again, my partner couldn't make it today, but do you have any questions that you'd like to ask on any of the things either in the slides or anything else you saw in the financial statements that you have a question on?
I do. The question is, can you just explain what other income is?
Which one?
Other income on page 7 of the audit. I believe it's 36,061 for 2024. I'm just curious.
I see sale of property, grant income.
Yeah,
donated
and
property.
other income. Okay, so it's grant income?
Yes. Yeah, so that's related to grants for the rebuilding or restoration of those properties. So what happens is as you make the improvements and receive the funds, then that goes into the properties and then the revenue is recognized for that.
Okay.
So
Great.
the grant was more than that, but you don't use the entire amount in 1 year.
Yes.
So since
Okay.
most of the construction was done in this year, 2025, that's why the grant income is so high.
Well, and this is for 2024.
2024.
That's
The 423,000.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
the
there
30,
was-
yeah, the 3661.
Oh, the 36, that's contributions.
I think that's like bank, like when we get bank, grants.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So that's
small
the
things
total
like
that you received for
Hmm.
I can
24?
check the
Yeah,
detail on
Okay,
that.
great. Thanks.
Yeah, and then in 2025, it says 40,623. That may also include the Dyson grant, but,
Yes,
Yeah,
the Dyson Foundation, Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union. Those are the big parts of that.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, I see it.
Any other questions?
Anybody? No? No. No, we don't have any more questions.
Okay, so our next step then will be if you look over the financials and you think they look good and you are going to approve them, then let me know and I'll send that letter for signing and then we can wrap everything up.
That sounds great.
Do we need a motion to approve?
Okay,
well, I don't know.
No, we can do that.
Which
Um,
okay.
So we're kind of sitting here and a little bit stunned that we did so well.
And quickly, we used to wait a
Yes.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for you made it also very smooth and was very much on time, which is great.
okay. And we're happy to work with you. It's really a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. All righty, do you need us for anything?
No, I'm good for now.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sign off if you need, or you're welcome to stay.
Yes, I do have some other work.
All righty.
We'll keep in
Let you
touch
go.
then.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Yep,
Thank
thanks a
you.
lot.
Okay, so we might as well vote on it now. Would anybody like make a motion to approve the audit? Andrew,
I will motion to approve the audit.
thank you. Do I have a
I'll
second?
second.
Thank you, Andre. All in favor signify by saying aye and raising hands. Aye. They're all in there. It is unanimous. We have accepted the audit for 2024.
The audit committee, just so everyone knows, did meet ahead of time and was recommending.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to
Yeah.
ask that. I was supposed to be part of it. Sorry. We reviewed the audit
You
before
did,
then.
we recommend that it be approved.
Oh, well, that's good, because we did.
We did not find any deficiencies.
No, it's great. And you're right, the fact that we got this, we waited a year
Plus
last
the
time.
a PowerPoint, we got like a 3-page thing after a year in the past few years.
Yeah,
No, I'm glad we switched. Very smart move.
yeah.
Alrighty, moving on to annual meeting, July 24 minutes.
So these are the minutes from the 2024 meeting, this annual meeting that weren't available at the annual meeting this year to approve, so just providing them here today.
I'll make a motion to approve the annual meeting 2024 minutes.
Second it.
All in favor? Aye, and raise your hands. Oops. It's carried, thank you very much. I do have a question, Sabrina Carpenter, I should send her an email and say,
Sabrina Sargent, Sabrina where does it say Sabrina
That's
Carpenter?
that's a copy, that's a.
Is that what you?
Isn't that a?
it says Sabrina
famous singer?
Carpenter.
Oh,
Oh, does it?
Yes,
Yes, it does. Did I write Sabrina Carpenter?
somebody wrote Sabrina Carpenter.
I must have wrote,
I didn't.
I did it, I did it.
Who is she?
That was
She is a
very,
board member.
that was,
Sabrina Sargent is a board member,
That'd be
Sabrina
cool,
Carpenter is
Sabrina
a pop
Carpenter
star.
is on our
But the fact that.
Yeah, I thought
Money
we had,
problems with.
I thought we had already notified her.
I thought I sent a letter. Yes, I'm sure I did,
Yeah.
saying if I didn't hear from her, I'm assuming she was not on the board anymore.
Did she ever come to me?
oh yeah, there
She
it
came to a
is.
couple.
I'll correct that.
It was difficult, she had like a work conflict and childcare.
Yeah, but Dion's brought 3 kids.
I think it was also her work, because she works at a daycare center, so that was her. the time of the
I'll make
meeting.
that correction,
Thank you.
Sabrina Sargent.
So we'll have a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
Yes, so moved.
Thank you, Ally. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, feel much better, much better. Okay,
2025, are we doing that?
we now with the minutes of the last month's meeting. I think, we should add, or I should add, that, Sabrina Sargent was notified. Because we have her at least as board member, so we are notifying.
Well,
her.
this was just from last year's minutes, she's now no longer listed as a board member.
Do we have any indication that why she is? That's what I'm saying.
I think it was in the minutes of a meeting that was saying that she was,
Okay, well, that's what,
yeah,
I can take a look and check.
yeah.
we can address that next month if it's absent. Alrighty, do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the August meeting?
Can I motion if that wasn't there?
I think so.
Okay, so moved.
Yeah, you're approving what you see.
Oh, okay.
Second.
Thank you, Andre. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Carry. Now. Review of
Financial.
July financials.
I guess it's still considered in draft until we approve, oh no, the audit is approved.
Okay, so we can wait until next month to approve it. Is that what you're?
No, I thought so, but then we just approved the audit, so there isn't, I don't think there are gonna be any
No
adjustments.
changes, okay, so we can, first questions or comments?
One thing they changed, they added the new grant agreement from the Land Bank Initiative. It says left to receive and left to spend 1.4 million.
Mm-hmm.
So we're, working on paying, we're getting disbursements from that already. The
So
bank,
this means that we've been granted it, but haven't drawn enough the full amount, and over time that'll.
the left to
so it's not-
spend will go down,
Got it. Okay,
yeah,
thank
or
you.
left to receive and
Well, One
spend.
of, one of them will change.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, the bank account went down a bit because we did pay some bills before we got the grant money, which we have since been reimbursed for. So that account amount will go up again. You'll see under the inventory, all the new properties that we acquired, and I'm not sure, this might need to be adjusted, because I think the way the accountant put it in, like, she just divided,
Yes, I noticed that.
like, rather than putting in the assessed value or what we paid for the building, she just divided, like, the amount we spent at that closing for
She took that
13
lump sum and
properties.
divided it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might be better that it be broken into individual prices.
Yeah, and then also this can change, like, when we start spending money on properties.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that, that is now reflected in our inventory, and, we have on the profit and loss, kind of the typical. We did get 100,000 from our grant. That's reflected as grant income. And 60,000 in property sales, that was from 143 Washington.
Cause they closed,
Yes,
Yeah,
and so they purchased that property.
they had purchased it. We then paid them 82,000. They gave us 60, we paid them 82 from our grant money, because we have an agreement with them as a pass-through funding from the Land Bank Initiative.
and now we're done with them?
No, they still have 205,000 more to draw down on as they do work.
We're gonna have to first figure out what's going on with the city with this property.
Yeah, there's
And then-
there's a separate
They have
agenda
a whole
item.
line.
Oh, okay, never mind, we'll talk about that.
So I guess that's the release of property value at sale was 12,645.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, then we just had the normal expenses. A little bit higher with some insurance that was a little higher than normal. Well, actually, I'm looking at the July through August. We should be looking at July or August.
Property insurance?
Sorry, that was
Oh my gosh.
we need response. No, there was 4,204 in insurance. And some of that was our Fidelity insurance that we took out.
Oh, I know Fidelity.
Not that
Major
Fidelity.
bank.
So we had to take out, it was not a lot of money, but, a policy so that HCR can advance us funds. So before, our policy was only like 50,000, and then they were saying we can only advance you 50,000, that's not already prepaid. So that was challenging for having the property sale, like for us purchasing property, because then we'd have to front all that money.
For
Any property or just for a specific property?
For any, using the land bank initiative funding from HCR, they were saying you have to have, either you front the money yourself and we reimburse you, or if you need us to advance the money, you have to have a fidelity bond for that amount. So it turned out it's not that expensive, so I got a $1 million policy now.
Right.
How much is
I
that?
think it was
Curiosity.
about 1,200 or something.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Alright,
it was worth it.
Yeah.
I have another developer who's freaking out over it.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean I have to take out
It's
$1 million?
not bad.
It's not a lot of
I'm just
money.
curious to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cheapest insurance we pay probably.
but,
So
yeah.
it's probably one of the cheapest we pay.
Right, so, but yeah, so that was it. And yeah, 31,000 was our expenses this month, which is typical. So that's,
Okay. You want to take a vote on the financials, accepting the financial report? Accept the motion.
I will motion to accept the report for the month.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Aye. Call it. Alan. All in favor? Aye.
Okay, so, Andrew, give the motion and. is it-
Ally
Ally
second.
Thank you.
Alrighty, salary increase request, that's the last page of your stuff. So I have a question about that, when was the last time we have done an increase?
last year,
Oh, okay, what was the percent? 3%, 3%, okay. So we'll go into executive session to discuss that. Let's move on to our.
Can I just ask before that, is there any presentation you want, or I don't know, is there anything you want to share, or just?
I think with just the last few years, we've had like 3% increases, and so I requested more this year because. Yeah, we did well, and I think, just to keep in line kind of with industry standards, and, there were 2-person staff kind of doing all the work, and just thought it was time to do more than just a cost of living adjustment.
Okay,
Can I ask one more question though?
Yeah.
So are you comfortable with doing 2 people? Is there an interest in a third? Is
I think
there-
eventually, it would be good to at least have a part-time person, also when, we have projects kind of in this planning stage, but, when things really kick up with those, it probably will be more necessary to have like more project management support.
you don't need an admin support or
Yeah, I think it would be good to have like a part-time admin,
office manager and.
but maybe, after the new year or something, we can revisit that.
Okay. I can see that. Okay, walking tour on the 5th of October.
So yeah, we signed up to do another walking tour this year on Sunday, for our October Newburgh. And we're gonna be focusing on Lander Street again and doing it with Jeff Wilkinson, architect, and talking about historic preservation and homeownership and all the other stuff we've done on Lander. We're kind of focusing on that aspect.
Things ahead of time count who didn't get a t-shirt and needs one, and then, oh, you still got them, all right, the t-shirts are here. And then we had talked about doing something for fundraising last time, but it was way too last minute, I don't know. Maybe not an event, but just having making sure there's like a board with a QR code or a link ready to go or something for that, because we had a lot of people here. Am I remembering this
hanging around
correctly?
here,
Yes,
yeah.
right. Is that, that was that event, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We are working with Rupco because Rupco wanted to feature Rupco. And,
No, no, we had a very
Did last
lovely
year.
experience, so Faith, Moore from Rupco is gonna be here, but we decided to not do the kind of the same thing where we're doing a tour together, because she's doing another thing on Friday, a workshop about like some of their programs, like their funding programs, like the vacant rental improvement program and ADUs. But it was just kind of too much to do in one tour, and so I thought it would be better to focus on what we're doing.
Good, good. We'll have to get, something out, an email blast about
Yeah,
that time and that kind of thing. And if you can get more specific what Chaz's Jeff wants to showcase.
yeah, we have to meet with
time.
them, yeah.
And any board members, if you can come, please do.
What's the date again?
The 5th, the Sunday.
Oh, that's soon.
It's, I know, it's at 3 o'clock. Can we skip to, because I know Ramona doesn't have a lot of time.
Yeah,
Can we
skip
talk
to
about
something else
two?
to vote.
Yeah,
Restore New York, Lander Street update.
so, we released an, RFQ for stabilization and asbestos remediation. We have, responses to that, and we're hoping to select contractors for that work, at this meeting. We are working with, we're working on the site plan. We have, the beginnings of a site plan here for the project, and, we just submitted part 1 for the historic tax credits yesterday. So we're just kind of moving along. We got a response back from the city, from our request for information, and so we're kind of working towards going to the ZBA and the planning board and all of that. But so in the meantime, we're starting with the stabilization work. We did this RFQ. We said that people could bid on just the stabilization or just the remediation or both. And so we got a few different responses. Couple of companies just bidding on remediation, a couple bidding on both, and then one just bidding on the stabilization alone. So we have this
How do you
chart.
tell the difference?
So I have this chart, we put together this chart, and it's a little hard to, where it says areas of practice.
Sorry, yeah, it's small.
It just, it checks off which of the things that they.
Oh, okay.
So I can just go through it. VSB Construction just bid on the remediation.
Gotcha.
And their lump sum for the abatement work was 184,000.
Okay, and
Yeah, it's just a little hard to like figure out how to do it together. So their lump sum for the asbestos remediation, and this is just in 72 Lander and 78 Lander. Those are the 2 buildings. So for both,
So 76, nothing.
we didn't put that into this because we haven't been able to assess it yet.
Okay, so we've got to.
That's a whole other thing because it's in really bad shape.
Yeah.
But so we just want to start with these, and so BSB remediation only, and they were 184,712.
So that's the only bid you got?
No, so then All Type Maintenance they bid on both, but their bid for
It's a little hard.
abatement was 203,700.
okay, so the numbers on the bottom we can compare.
Yes,
Okay,
Except they're figured into the score, are they not?
yeah, we did a score that just, we did do a score, but you can also just compare the numbers.
Yeah, because they're quite close.
They have a lot of employees.
Yeah. And then Shalom Environmental also just bid on the abatement, and it was 128,750.
For both properties?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a little suspicious.
Yeah.
That's always a little suspicious when the others. GLP bid on both and they, for remediation, it was 340,000.
Okay, so now my next question, so GLP has, for example, has the highest remediation, so can we choose someone else for remediation and GLP for the, like, can we switch? Can we mix and match?
I just realized I'm missing numbers here.
Yeah, I see there's no, for
I gotta
the
read
stabilization.
Could we mix and match even if a firm bid on both?
Yeah,
Okay,
Well, do we know what that would break out to?
no,
be?
I'm just saying, just as an example.
Yeah,
Like, if
because
we
it was a
like-
separate
If we
bid.
liked Shalom, because they had low remediation,
Yeah.
but then GLP for
Yeah,
stabilization,
right.
could we do that even for
Yes,
GLP? Okay.
because
right.
they bid separately.
They were individual, okay.
Yeah. And so Eric, I don't know what happened, but the thing got cut off for the,
Oh, okay.
but so I can just say then for stabilization, Carlos Arturo Contracting bid just on stabilization, and we'll get the exact numbers now, but it was like 341,000, I believe.
Alright, so that number's missing. Right, where it says NA, it should be 3.
Can you just give us the number?
Yeah, well.
And that's just for remediation, Carlos?
That was just for stabilization.
Stabilization.
A little hard to follow.
I know, sorry.
I think we need to work on this a little bit.
All type maintenance, it was about $20,000 more than Carlos's for stabilization. It was about 362.
Now, what are the numbers that I'm seeing? 203 there.
That's the
Just
abatement.
for abatement, there were two individual numbers.
Stabilization and abatement, and that was two separate
So the-
contracts?
So it would look
Yeah,
like this, so this one, for example, would have an, if the other line was there, would have an NA, because they didn't bid on stabilization.
Oh, thank
And
you.
this has an NA because they didn't bid on remediation.
Okay.
Does that make?
Yes,
more
that
sense?
helps a lot.
and then GLP, it was like a lot more. It was like 700 or something for
So
stabilization.
Shalom is NA, and
Right.
then GLP is 700 odd.
So GLP, they're the only ones that have a MWBE,
Yes.
and that's not required?
It's not required. I mean, we have a certain, we have a goal of, like 22% of the grant. But they don't, for this funding, it's not as enforced because they know we're kind of working, we don't have as much control over certain.
Yeah.
But, unfortunately, GLP, like for both of the contracts together, it would be over $1 million.
Yeah.
Which is just way beyond our budget.
Yeah.
We working this spreadsheet.
So the lowest for stabilization was Carlos Ortora, and the lowest for remediation was.
Yeah.
I think all type was lower
That's, you
than
can't
ours.
make a good.
Oh.
no, they,
Or-
I apologize.
Oh, really?
This is,
Oh, I
this
see.
is,
Oh,
I have it
all-
broken out.
Okay.
I'm
got it.
sorry, sorry.
so all type there, the 203 amount is for abatement.
Oh,
So for the abatement, it was like the lowest was Shalom. And then BSB 184,000, and then all type was 203.
so you're right. Well, no, BSB is lower for stabilization, is that correct?
184.
BSB.
Okay, wait, sorry, I know
It's-
there's another one I was texting, but what's asbestos unit? What is this one though? What's asbestos units pricing for?
So that's a per day price. That's
Got
a
it,
per day
okay,
price.
got
They
it.
had to estimate how many work days it was gonna take them to complete the work. Based on that total amount, and they averaged the total cost over the amount of work days and got the price for addition or deletion of work scopes.
So It's hard to read who else bid on stabilization.
Yeah, I'm.
So
struggling.
it was Carlos,
And Carlos' number was,
341, 812.
okay.
Oh, it looks like they all did, right?
No, this isn't the right, the total lump sum, that doesn't really help. So, wait, what were we saying? So for stabilization, there were 3 bids.
Okay,
Carlos, 341, 812.
okay.
All type maintenance was
362.
362, 465.
Okay.
I should have put all the same bids by each other, so you guys.
And
can see.
then,
Got it.
Shalom.
and then no, and then GLP, there was 709, 310 for stabilization.
Wow.
Seven.
That's
Well, we
crazy.
can't afford, and they may be
So-
right that they get.
Seven.
Yeah, we just-
They're
We don't,
right.
I mean, that's our whole rehab budget for everything.
So that's the 3 for stabilization.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I think we can say GLP now, right? So then for stabilization, it's Carlos versus all type.
okay.
Um,
And, Carlos
I
got a
mean, he's
90.
got the lower
on
price,
top.
he's obviously the one we've worked with before, he also did a lower price, I don't know, let's see then.
that's my feeling. He also,
Oh.
it's very accessible to us and.
Okay,
Good
so,
experience with someone and a lower price.
Yeah.
It's hard to,
Yeah, this is really hard to read.
we need Andrew for, a
the
vote.
vote, yes.
Okay, so let's go over the,
So then
Asbestos.
for asbestos, we had also 3 bids.
okay,
Actually 4. So BSB was 184, 712. We worked with them once a long time ago.
asbestos,
Got it.
okay.
All type was 203, 700.
Asbestos.
Wait, where's that number?
Right here.
On the first sheet.
Oh, okay.
And then Shalom was
Oh, but that's
128.
Lumley Wolves.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Lumley and
that's-
Wolf.
okay,
All
that's-
type names is Lumley and Wolf's
Oh, I see.
construction company.
Oh,
Um,
and what was the 4th one, GLP?
Shalom.
Shalom,
No, Shalom was number, I have-
128.
128?
Have they done work in the city of Newburgh before? Did you get experience?
We've asked for reference, haven't heard anything back yet.
Oh, we're
We
right
we
here.
did provide reference
Just go
for
over the
Kingston
numbers.
City Land Bank,
Oh,
so I reached out to the person they
This
provided
is
the
for the
reference
demolition.
from.
Yeah,
and I haven't
well,
heard back,
demolition,
so I'm gonna give him a call.
stabilization.
I said, you know, you can give me a call if you don't
Okay.
want to respond via
So we're
email,
going down this
but he might be
spreadsheet.
away,
Which problem?
but I'll try reaching out.
I mean, if
Is it, it's 44 or?
30% seems like we should follow up on the references and
I don't think
consider
so.
it. It's just a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just showing there, yeah.
I'm losing it.
Yeah.
If they're,
Yeah.
right, if we only get bad recommendations,
Well,
that's
there's nothing
fine,
on
but if
them.
they did Kingston
Yeah.
successfully and they were happy with it,
Right.
that's a lot, that's not $5,000. You know?
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Right.
yours?
Yeah, so I
But I
asked
mean,
him,
you could
so I was
go
like, you know,
over it,
were they able to honor their
Yeah,
promises,
right,
did they
exactly.
communicate well, you know, did they
Good question.
work
It's like
the
some
work
goes on that
satisfactory
page.
to your
I mean, the only thing that
makes
it's like, did they miss
Oh.
something significant in their pricing? That's,
They don't have a very big footprint online either, they're really not, you know, there's not much,
Well, they're Hasidic,
About
so
them,
they can't,
so-
yeah, they have less ability to.
they have less, you know,
Yeah, we don't put a lot out there.
like, yeah, visibility.
but they're 7 years old company.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if we can write a contract that holds them that price and they were successful with the Kingston Land Bank,
So there's.
that's a
two-
lot, that's a big difference in money.
And so there's 2 ifs, so we can't make a decision if we're waiting to hear back to accept the 128.
Well,
I
we
mean,
could do,
provisionally.
yeah, I could do a provisional with a positive recommendation, or positive recommendation from the land bank, if you guys are comfortable with that. Again, it's $60,000, that's,
Substantial.
we could do a lot of work for that.
Just forgive me, which one were?
So
Shalom?
between,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
between Shalom and then the next lowest for the remediation is BSB, who we've worked with, so we have knowledge that
Yeah,
they're correct, but well, you know, I don't know whether they're trying to get a foot in the door so they lowballed us or they
Mhm.
skipped something, but
Same number of employees too.
yeah.
um,
But I don't know if you heard this, they put as a reference, but we haven't been able to follow up Kingston Community Land Bank, so.
Yeah. 60,000 is a lot.
But it's, yeah.
But do you feel, yeah, I
That's
mean,
just a red flag, like,
Yeah.
that's so much lower than everybody, but I think,
If there's an explanation, they said, yeah,
it
that's what
may
we're
be
gonna
that
charge
they're
you.
just cowboys and they gun it and they get it done real quick.
Right, or they want their
and-
foot in the door and they,
and
I mean, they
want their
had a
foot-
lot of good questions, like, they seemed to know what they were doing, right? when they came.
Yeah, they were very professional.
Um,
We'll bet 'em.
I'll provisionally approve, I
Yeah,
think
I-
a provisional approval, if you wanna double check for reference, so you don't get dragged into a thing that blows up, I support that,
I
but,
definitely support that.
you know, if you talk to people and they're like, whoa, no, don't do it, then okay, but.
yeah, I mean, we can get the Kingston City Land Bank and then ask them for additional
He's
references.
got another reference on there too.
Okay,
Yeah, just-
I would say if we approve it, you just make the decision if you wanna do it, like, you don't have to come back to us.
Yeah,
Right.
fair
Checks
enough.
out
Yeah,
for
if you say
you.
no,
If
you just bring
yeah.
another one back to us.
so then the next one would be, would you want to
BSB.
say if that doesn't check out, to go to the next one, which would be BSB? Or do they
Yes.
come back?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and I wanna
Because
point
the
out with
third
the,
one is much.
I
higher.
wanna, yes, but I also wanna point out, although they are much lower, how did GLP get to?
Double.
Double, right? So there's huge discrepancies in, it's not like they're all tight and one is
Right,
odd.
I mean, it could be how many days they're estimating it's gonna be.
And they walked the site and they saw the
Yeah.
conditions.
Everyone came,
And this is the two buildings with the one with the, no, this is,
Two of the,
this is the corner.
yes, well, it's 72 and 78 Lander.
This is the outside one, the outside one.
Well, one of them is in, there's another building in
In the
between.
middle.
yeah.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the
Not the
outside
one
of
on
the
the floor,
three.
it is not the
And
one
Oh,
on
no,
the
it's
floor.
not this one, it's this one and this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Um,
That's amazing. Cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve Shalom, right, as,
Pending-
pending
general
yeah,
reviews.
Andrew said, yeah, if you decide not to sign it for a cause that you find in the future, then we'll,
You get the heebie-jeebies.
yeah.
then what, we come back or we?
No,
go to the
then
next
you,
one?
then you do,
BSB.
go BSB.
Okay. All right,
I second that.
Okay, Ally,
Ally made the motion.
Andrew, all in favor?
Aye.
What about, stabilization?
I would make a motion to approve Carlos, Arturo contracting, again, on lowest price alone, and, you know, obviously,
And the high score.
yes, and then that we've worked with them in the critics.
All right, all in favor,
Can I just
Aye.
ask, sorry, what does the stabilization include? Sorry.
it's roof and, what is it, joist
Joist
replacement?
replacement, facade repair, like masonry repair.
So the shell.
Yes,
The core and shell,
The envelope, the
the
envelope.
envelope.
yeah.
It's just
Okay.
securing
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
so all in favor of offering the contract to Carlos? Oh, did we take a vote? Did we have a motion?
Yeah, I motioned, I don't know if there was a
And
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carry.
Yeah, I apologize for the bid being really hard to read. Next time I'll try it.
Yeah.
Even if there are twice, if we do another similar one, I would even see like, even if like, two sheets, one for the stabilization and one for the remediation,
That's
that would
That's what I
appropriate me
should-
less, it's okay, good.
Yeah, that would.
What they call it
that
when
would-
it's it's hard to put the first stroke on the white canvas, right? It's easy to give feedback,
Right.
Yeah,
No, that's a good point. I can do that. Thank you.
great, and then we can talk about Legacy City now. Okay, back up. So Legacy City, we are, continuing work at 128 Du Bois. Carlos is working on that, finishing up, the stabilization, the exterior, stabilization work. And then, we just acquired 11 South Miller and he's gonna be doing cleanup there. So that we can then get people in to assess. And then, 238 First, we're started, the architect Jeff went over to start measuring. So we're just kind of, and then we also have, progress sets, drawings for 140 Chambers and 128 Du Bois from the architect, and so Carlos is working on pricing those. But it's kind of getting those ready also, for ZBA and ARC approvals. And so then when we have enough pricing to continue with our underwriting, then we can really go for the full rehab funding in earnest.
Alrighty. What about 128?
So yeah, that we're just wrapping up, it's like,
Oh,
this week, finishing up, exterior work there.
and then what? Put it on the market?
No, that's gonna be part of this Legacy City package of buildings, so
Oh,
we're gonna
sorry.
get, Legacy City funding again to do another round for homeownership.
So it's just gonna sit finished for a while?
It's gonna sit with the exterior done while we finish the pre-development work and get funding to do the rest of the work.
Got it, okay. Alrighty, we talked about Lander Street, so we're down to South Miller.
So as we discussed at the last meeting, getting a demo bid, which we have, we basically need that from Quest to write a new bid for us. Reflecting what a full-scale demo would be, and then we can kind of compare the cost.
And
We have the bid.
Oh, we're right, we did get the bid.
We've got the template, we're ready
So we have
to,
to,
we were thinking about, do we want to release it? I mean, we probably should just bid that separately, but we had talked about possibly adding 76 Lander as a separate item to see like, that since we were going through the motions of getting a bid, so that we had something to compare it to once we have more information about costs on repairing 76 Lander. Yeah. But not that we don't want to demolish 76 Lander, but we're trying to think.
we're
about-
looking at, as we're
Same-
looking at it,
same
it's like,
process
the cost of doing what, is really getting, is looking like it's gonna be really significant.
So if you get them to bid on those two properties, whether we decide to keep Lander Street, so their bid doesn't, that's poof, but the other bid for South Miller.
Yeah, because we could list them as two separate lump sum items,
Yeah.
and that way, if we could split it up, or,
Yeah, we did one, the city did one, we did a whole bunch of them, and we did, we did a bid if you're awarded individually, and then a bid if you're awarded as a package.
Okay.
To see, because like mobilization is
Yeah,
theoretically
yeah.
lower, so then we could see,
Oh, okay.
that helped us too, and so we chose, I think we had something like 10, and so we said a minimum of 5, if you were awarded a minimum of 5, what would your cost savings be? But here you could just easily do, if you got one, what would it be, if you got both, what would it be?
Or just more worth it, they're like,
Yeah,
give you a better
exactly,
price, cause
they-
it'd
right,
be
yeah,
worth
they're
it
here
to them
for-
to get two.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Did, on 44 South Miller, did you, discuss at the last meeting or have any updates on the stupid neighbor? And the lot? Cause that was.
Nothing has happened with
Nothing
that,
has happened,
yeah.
cause that was some of the conversation too, is stabilization if we had the lot is significantly
Right.
easier than.
Yeah, no, there hasn't been any
Okay,
further
so-
discussion with them,
And demo's gonna be tough too,
It's fair enough.
either way.
yeah.
Although it's temporary, so demo is just like staging and then removing the
Yeah,
building,
good point.
stabilization, the one we had talked about was like bracing it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I need
and
to.
every day we don't do it is what.
Okay, so we're down to, Washington, 143 Washington.
Oh,
There
exciting.
we go. So, yeah, I mean, I think the issue that we ran into is that they've so the order that we do things is that the ZBA, any ZBA variances, is that redundant? Any variances and ARC approval either need to be individually vested into a building permit, or if you have a planning board application, it's tied to your planning board application. And so over time, you would just renew your planning board approval, and that would keep your other approvals alive. That's a good word. Thank you, Lisa. Everything's gone on so long that they went back and were like, oh, we just have another minor change. And we're like, well, that's cool, but you're way past your expirations on things.
Mhm.
So they need to start over. I mean, I think
No.
I think, but
They're changing them.
so I think they're considering whether they change so because if you're, so the difference is between whether you are just like, oh shoot, we forgot to renew, right? And then we just do like a super, but if you're also changing it.
What are they changing?
They wanna go from,
Yeah, they wanna get rid of the commercial space, so they're changing the number of units, they're changing the door, so they're literally changing the site plan, cause it's access to. They're putting an extension that was there, they're moving it, but we don't have that answer yet, because we said, listen, again, if you leave it the way it was, we could probably try one more renewal.
This is how these things die.
So, well,
You know, when the process by which we speak these things is overly cumbersome, it really does work against the very purpose of.
well, I don't know if this falls into this category.
this one has
property
been
is
a-
4 or 5 years.
I know, you know.
I think they are considering going back to their original plan, and then the reason they had changed it was to get additional funding from HCR for like converting, instead of having a storefront, making it another apartment. So they would have to get all that permission from the state and from their lender, and then put up that money themselves instead of having that additional subsidy.
but I don't think it's, I mean, I wanna be clear, it's not just the unit, it is the site, they changed the footprint.
Oh,
So we said that too, because a weird thing is that in the zoning classification, you just call apartment house if it's over 5, so it actually doesn't really matter to us. If
Not to
you are-
us.
Right.
It mattered to the
right.
funder.
Right, if it's 7 or 8 or 9, that's.
Right.
It's apartment house.
no, but it was storefront, right, or commercial?
Right, but that's just, it's not that big a deal,
Oh.
it's interior to it, so it's
Right.
not that big of a deal, you just still have apartment house with a dropping one. Like, for example, we expect that your project will not have exactly the same units you proposed on day 1 of your, like, it's just, it has never happened in the history of a large
Right, 'cause that
project,
gets
things get
changed.
shifted.
Yeah,
That's not the problem. If you decide you're gonna put Foster Supply, they decided that they were not going to do a whole bunch of, I don't remember if it's internal or external, now I'm switching it up. They had their elevators either inside or outside, and then they were like, no, I think it was, they went for historic tax credits, so they needed to put them inside, they couldn't change the exterior.
right.
So they deleted a whole, extension, they came back for an amendment. They were well within their renewals, so it was
Right.
easier, but that's how that goes.
How is their footprint changing?
In the back, they've changed the back of the new construction.
Oh, okay,
So
I
I don't
didn't
know if they needed a
understand
bigger
that.
unit, or I don't know if that first floor unit, when it was commercial, is smaller and they needed to bump
Well,
it
it's gonna
out.
have like glass and stuff.
That doesn't matter, it's
Yeah,
the,
no,
it's site
it's-
plan,
it's
yeah, so it's
whatever's
just-
here.
I guess they needed it to be bigger to be.
Or they wanted it because it meant
Well,
something, I don't
They just
know,
have to
but.
get a variance for the setback and the rear or the site.
But now you're listing things that have already expired, so that's when it starts to multiply onto each other.
Well, they could just renew the current and then go in for a revision.
That's what they're saying they're gonna do.
That's what they're gonna do.
But they haven't submitted anything.
Right, which is fine too, we do that all the time, or, I expect one more time at some point, you'll be like, shit, Ally, we have this minor thing that needs to change, and we say it's best to codify on a site plan, come to one meeting
Yeah.
with one site plan,
That.
don't even repay, you just show up again. That is a common practice.
Yeah, but they didn't renew.
They've
They
gone,
didn't renew for
they
4
haven't
years.
renewed, so
But we know, special case, we want them.
we're doing our best, but that's
Okay.
where we're at. So
Yeah.
good that they own it, but they're not ready to start construction tomorrow.
Jeremy, can sometimes be a stickler.
Yes.
Keeps us out of Article 78,
Yeah.
so.
You don't get sued though, I guess that's true.
You can tell them I said that.
Okay,
Here's it. 146 South.
so this is the reverter action from H. So they, our attorney was thinking this was gonna be a done deal, but from what he had spoken to the judge about. And that we weren't gonna have to go to court, and it was just gonna be this paper thing, and we'd get the building back, but then the other side's attorneys submitted a request for discovery. And so now they're basically stalling it for months.
Yep.
Which I hope they don't, I don't know.
It doesn't
It's-
matter to us, does it? Oh, other than
We just
those-
don't, well, we wanted to put this building into our Legacy City program, but that doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
No, just they'll drag this out.
And you know, in the meantime, they put these vinyl windows on, like they've done more damage to the building. And it's like all this weird, like I don't know what kind of, the permitting seems very unclear.
We could find out what
This one,
building permits.
Correct, no, it's the,
the one on the
It's like our
corner?
old
yes, the one on the
Yeah.
corner.
No, it's not right on the corner, it's one end,
Oh,
and
it's
then
not-
that's
oh, I
the
thought
one
it
with the
was on the
store.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's too bad, that's a nice one, it has its original sort of, you know, these are the special ones, because they have the regional vernacular design.
Yeah, which is, it's almost exactly like 136 Lander, which we just completed. So that's just kind of, now we have to kind of wait out a certain amount of time.
And the owners are just completely unresponsive.
Yeah, I mean, I have not had any communication with them since we sold the building to them in 2020. And they never responded, like I have certified letters that I sent being like, you're running out of time to complete this and.
What is the person's name?
David, Michael,
No, it's, yeah, right, so that's, right, I did, okay. He is
From
the
Queens.
father, he is the father and his children have failed projects too, and they all just do that,
Oh,
they work in this, where they're like, all of a sudden they all show up, and
Yeah.
then they disappear, and then.
yeah, because the father
But
was at the closing.
My understanding is they are very nice though, and he is.
They were
not-
lovely
he
at the
is-
closing.
That he is not nice to.
Oh.
They're at least like apologetic. He's-
Because I thought David Michael was the son.
Okay, so maybe it's.
Yeah, and then there was, the father was there at the closing.
Sarah's the daughter.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was under the impression they never did anything here before. I didn't realize that.
Well, they haven't finished anything.
Right.
I'm not
So
even sure you can call it
started.
started, yeah.
Right, so anyway, that's where we're at.
Well, every single project has this. They're either no starts or they're starts without permits and all done wrong, and you have to pull everything out.
Right. Oh, man. And they'll just stall as long as they can. What discovery have they looked?
I mean, the discovery
No,
that they didn't
yeah.
respond to any of my certified letters asking them to give us progress reports.
It's just delay. It's just-
Yeah, they're delaying.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what's that?
You want another one then? On
34.
South Street?
Oh,
You want
sure.
the one with the bodega in the front?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want that property. I just want to rip the bodega.
We have funding, we have
You don't
some
even-
funding because we're not buying that other one.
Let's do it. Let's do a deal.
I'll take it.
Handshake is done.
Hi, John.
Except for not at that, assessed value amount.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, we gotta figure that.
You haven't gotten any offers, right?
No.
So, can I lowball an offer or something?
I can list it. It is listed.
listed,
Oh,
yeah.
listed, yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you have your little chat about that later. 34 Lander.
So we sent a legal notice to that owner. This was after they had the fire. They were way behind. They haven't started anything. They responded in this kind of weird way that they had, gone through a couple different architects. They weren't getting, I think they were like ghosted by some architects.
This one's been too long.
And
This one stresses me out, okay.
34.
It's just been sitting, it's with the stupid.
Well, I
things and
don't think
windows
the guy
for too
really
long.
has like capacity, I don't know, and so then he said that the building department was giving a hard time and they submitted a couple of times.
See, I wish I had a.
But
Then
and so I was
Randy
trying to get an
says-
update from Quinetta about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But, the plans that they've sent me were just, I didn't understand them, and it was basically the existing layouts, which are weird.
Mhm.
And then it didn't seem like they were proposing new layouts and they weren't like construction drawings that you would submit to get a building permit. So
No, not of what you're describing.
I think what
just
they
that
got
little
was some
bit.
kind of emergency
Yeah,
permit
that makes
because of the
sense.
fire, like to put a roof on or something. So I didn't know where to go, so we sent this legal letter and then now what? you know, I would like him to be able to do the building, I don't want the building back.
Right.
But I think we discussed at the last meeting, he's kind of like maybe never done this kind of end of things. Like he's a contractor and maybe he's never really had to do this aspect of a project. Or so it seems.
So they gave you their excuses. And now the ball's in our court.
Yeah, and I just wanted to clarify with the building department, like, what is it that's going on, you know, what are they submitting that is not?
Oh, okay, so they did just submit a building permit, a level 3 permit.
Cause what I,
They submitted a level 3 permit, they need a sprinkler plan, plumbing permit, electrical permit. To submit their ARC, and they need their lead and asbestos report. And all those things have to be done before a building permit's issued.
so. They weren't.
Oh, no,
given
they
a
were not
permit.
issued, sorry, I'm sorry, yes.
Not issued.
Correct, they received a emergency roof repair,
Right,
Okay.
and they have applied for a level 3.
but they didn't submit what they need to.
Right, there are notes in here that they,
But the application probably wasn't complete or.
well, you need those other things too, so you're told that,
Yeah. Oh, boy.
it's not terribly abnormal
Mhm.
to not submit everything at once.
Mhm.
Your plumber needs to apply for themselves, so does
Right.
the electrician, so like that can be a day or two off, and these notes would be in there. So it's not abnormal, but, I mean, it's abnormal to wait,
3, whatever.
5 years
Yeah.
and then do it, but.
This, I think it was 2022 that they purchased in October of 2022.
So 3 years. So,
Yes, correct, 2022.
so the ball's in their court to start submitting correct documents to get the permits.
Yes,
I mean, we can give a deadline to do that or something.
receive permits.
Yeah,
Cause I can tell you right now, the city is doing permits quickly, so 4
great.
weeks is no problem, but
Mhm.
a deadline to receive permits by, you can hire a plumber and electrician in a month. You get a sprinkler plan, 3 months? Okay, so we'll give them 3 months for all of this. Sprinkler plan, plumber, electrician, and lead and asbestos survey. Okay, 3 months.
By the end of the year.
That's fine.
We may have a lead asbestos survey from that property.
They can buy it from us. We did that once before, we sold.
Really?
some- Yeah, we had something and they were being a jerk and we were like, all right, now this is fun. Well, I think we gave them half the going rate.
And you're saying land bank might have one.
I think we do.
Can't remember for that building or not.
Yeah, because there was
Okay.
probably some asbestos in there that was removed.
Oh, I have one more thing I needed a resolution for.
We're enough people.
Oh, no, because we don't have Sabrina, so does our quorum change?
No, she's been out.
No, that's what I mean, so
Oh.
our total has changed, so does our quorum change?
Yeah,
Or is it
the
based
total
on
I
the
think
planning
is
board?
9.
Oh, so it's based on how many seats you have, not how many bodies you have?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
No, because her seat is not filled.
No, we
Right,
have,
but it's-
how many people, I keep on forgetting.
Jeff and Dion
Carson.
and,
Ramona, 4.
Yeah, there are 9 people on
okay,
board.
so we need
so-
5.
The resolution was to do the property swap with
Oh.
Habitat.
Oh,
Is this,
I
this
don't know if
is,
we can do it after the fact.
so Habitat's getting 161?
Yes,
And they're giving you 80?
correct.
80 is not this one.
But we had it
It's-
scheduled for
it's this
October
one.
8th.
You guys did?
No, that's
We
78.
have that,
That's
80 is the one
78.
next to it, the lot.
Oh, I see. Oh, the empty lot on the side?
Yeah, 25
Yeah.
by 100. They're both the
Great.
same.
Oh, I didn't
size.
realize. Okay,
Darn
well, could we, Ramona has to be here in person. Should we walk over to City Hall and reconvene?
Yes.
Todd's there too, you get.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Should
we
we-
get a
should we-
super
Should we
majority.
march into the budget meeting demanding a quorum?
It's so quiet over there, you could probably do it.
Or, did you text Carson? I can see if he can come for a vote. But
I didn't text him, no.
I don't know if I missed one, right?
no, just
I'm
call.
I'm pretending
I'll
we're
call.
friends, okay.
Jennifer, can I jump in here? It's a little hard to follow, but it sounds like you have, I don't know how many vacancies you have, but a vacancy does not count. So you can have a quorum.
Vacancy.
No.
We counted 9 bodies. on the
9
building.
are regularly attending the meetings.
Okay. Okay. But a quorum is a majority of the board, not including vacancies.
I have to leave for a budget meeting and we don't have a quorum. You're okay. If you came over and helped us just vote this one thing through, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank
he's
you.
coming. You don't have to wait, John, though, because he's coming over from his house a couple of blocks away. An additional board member.
Sounds like he lost track of
Yeah,
time.
that's fine.
Working on his house.
I saw him working earlier and I was like, I bet he's home, and
Aw.
he just forgot, which is fine, because he came through when he needed it.
Yes, show up for that. Okay. Transfer city-owned properties.
So we did, we did the transfer on August 25th of 13 properties. Almost all lots except for 11 South Miller.
The 13, we get 10.
10, we didn't
Sorry.
take those 3.
We got 10 and then we still, oh, that was the other thing I was gonna ask you about first. So we're still, we were approved by the city to get 90 Gidney and 15 South Johnston. And,
We don't
so
want
for 90 Gidney, it seems like we really need to get those attached buildings on either side to make it
Oh, I
work.
reached out and I got a contact, I reached out and I didn't, she said she would follow up, and that it was
Okay.
one of those things, Bill Travati gave me the, like, president or like someone who was too high, and I knew it at the time.
Uh-huh.
But I
Yeah.
did not follow up, that's on me.
So that's from the 2 buildings on either
CFO
side.
is Susan Shea, 8455-693212, but I will follow up with her tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're trying to get 2 other properties.
Yeah, that are attached on either side, because they kind of are all affecting each other. And those 2 are vacant.
The city did a drone flyover,
Oh,
yeah, and it,
There's a
because,
hole in the roof.
well, no, it's
Oh.
just the fixing the roof isn't, fixing our roof wasn't gonna be, the roofs were it's a single roof, yeah,
It's also like the backyards
Yeah.
are also attached. Because it's on this weird corner.
What news with the ferry docks? Benny?
The new dock,
Yeah.
we'll do it after, well, he's here, so.
Oh, good. Oh, good. There he is, to the rescue.
sorry.
You're completely
That's
forgiving
okay.
because you came through
We
when
were-
we needed
We
you,
need
so, yeah.
you. No, we need you.
For me,
Good.
doing the work.
We were sitting here doing math, trying to do forums and.
Very good, Marcy, you're here.
Thank you.
The last item,
I make a motion to approve the property swap with Habitat 161 Lander in exchange for the land bank, receiving 80 Lander.
which is the empty lot.
Yep.
Oh, great. I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thanks, Carl.
All right, here. Are you done?
No.
I just changed my mind.
Sit down.
Oh. We just want to go to executive session.
Yeah, we do
Oh,
have to.
Oh, yes, we gotta do that. It's good you're here too.
Okay, so the meeting. September.
I make a motion to go into a executive session.
I
You have
second.
to say the reason why.
Oh, to discuss, a staff,
Personnel.
a personnel,
Matters relating to the employment history of a particular person.
Yes,
so moved.
next meeting is October what?
And you can invite whoever you'd like to stay and ask whoever you want to leave. And please don't forget your live streaming, so that has to be addressed.
Hey, Eric, I invite you to come back and, stop live streaming.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You wanna stop
Yeah,
live
thank you,
streaming
John. That's a good point.
and recording?
No, we'll stop right now.
Second or third? Second is actually the eighth. Third.
Yes, the first is the